Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm, yes, wearing my pajamas still, because when I decide to record, I just decide to record right then and there. I don't plan anything out. So hey, hi, welcome to my channel. I am Bridge, your host of Unhinged Crafts, and very poorly planned crafts at that. Hello. Today we are making a pair of angel wings. Hell yeah. I've already tried to make these once in the past, honestly. Not gonna lie, I did film a little bit of it, and then I got so angry at the process that I deleted everything and threw them immediately in the trash. And, like, I had originally, hold on, I got, like, wire and stuff behind me. Like, originally I was using fabric, and I was using this, like, wire for them, because I saw other people using this, like, really bendy, thick wire. And this was where the problem went from last time. The wire is just not stable for what I needed it to do. I also bought like the wrong foam originally, which is sitting in front of me. It was a mess. Like, I spent like 8 hours gluing these pieces together and it all just fell apart. I also broke my glue gun, I'm pretty sure, which wasn't even mine, it's my roommate's, and I have to go buy a new glue gun. But yeah, no, it was just a hot mess. I was so angry. And so I was just like, I still want these wings. Like, I don't know what this is doing in my chair. I still want to make these wings. I still need them. Like, I need them in my life. So my brain's like, what is the thing that I'm really good at? Crocheting. So let's crochet these wings. That seems like a fun idea. That seems like not a horrible thing to do. Okay, we'll see about that. But yeah, no, I looked up some patterns and stuff like that, because that's usually what I look for, like, inspiration, because I always assume that what I'm looking for is just not going to already exist. And I was right, definitely right with this one. I just found a lot of small, like, angel wings, like, for Christmas ornaments or, like, decor or dolls. And I'm like, nope, I am a full-blown person. Kind of. I'm, like, 5'1". So if you consider that a full-blown person, I do. Because it's me. So I'm like, okay, we're just gonna have to wing it, which is what I'm really usually good at. Usually. I mean, the last wing project that I did, that was the first time anything has gone horribly wrong. So, we're not using this wire. Screw that wire. No. Probably not gonna use the foam. We'll see. I might use it for the padding for the back of the wings. Not 100%, because let's face it, I'm only doing these in parts. Like, that's the only way that I work, is that I pick a part that I like the most that I want to start with, and I just go from there and figure out how to piece things together as I go. So, all I need is black yarn, which I didn't bring it over with me. It's, like, sitting, like, a few feet away. But yeah, I'm going to start with black yarn, and then I'm going to start blocking it out. I did draw what the shapes I wanted my wings to kind of look like on my iPad, but I just checked my iPad and found out I deleted them for some reason. But yes, so the concept is the black angel wings, because I want to be a fallen angel. You know, kind of risque, you know. Like, these also, I should specify, these are for a drag. This is performance. This is for drag. I do drag. Duh. So I want the wings to be able to be structurally sound enough to be able to perform it. And I'm a high energy performer, so they're going to have to last that. So there's definitely going to be chunks of this video of me play testing these things. They're going to have to be able to go through hell and back, quite literally. So that's the thing. And that was the other issue with this wire beforehand, too, is that this stuff, like, as soon as you put even a little bit of pressure on it, even from, like, wind, it would immediately bend. So I'm thinking of using coat hanger wire instead, because coat hangers are supposed to be, like, those are tough. Do I have wire cutters? No. I probably should go buy some. There's that. Do I have enough black yarn? Probably not. I don't really want to have to buy more yarn right now. Dang. Also, if I could get them to look the way that I want them and sit the way I want to, I'm debating on doing archangel wings instead of just angel wings. Doing a set of 4 wings instead of 2. But we will see how that works out. A friend of mine said that I should try to sew beads onto it instead of rhinestoning it, because I want it to be sparkly for the performance. But we'll see about that. There's just a lot of ideas and concepting with these. Yeah, we're just going to jump right into it. We're already kind of basing this out. I started with this little shape here with this little, like, ladder effect going on here. This is, like, the base of the wing where this would attach to something. Don't mind me, I'm doing laundry. Yeah. So that would, like, attach to like a base. The wire would run up along the side. Here's like the actual feathery wing part. That's what I'm doing currently, attaching it. It has like this weird bubble here. In the future, I'd probably change the way I did the stitching here. But we see there's like the outside part of the wings, and we're coming down the ladder here, trying to make it kind of curve down in here. And that would be like the base part. Then I'm gonna crochet like feathers to go along these sides and sew them on. It being a little heavy is gonna be a problem. And just all detail work, but we're trying real hard right now to not think about that kind of stuff currently, because right now it looks fairly cool. We are. The full base is done. I legit ran out of black yarn right at the end. But yeah, pretty good. Will this match the other wing? We'll see. Again, not too worried right now. This is mostly just a prototype. If I have to remake all this, I will. I have time, because the show I want to use these for is on the 28th of January. Currently, it is like 4 days before Christmas. So, yeah, I'm fairly, like, I'm just like, I love how somehow I did it tight enough so that you have that, like, nice little arc in it. But yeah, so now I'm going to be working on, like, the little feathers that are going to be sewn on here. Because, I'm going to use these top row of feathers, actually, to cover up the wire underneath. And I think maybe I'm going to buy actual feathers, too, to cover up the wire as well. We shall see. But yeah, this is where we are. There's some, like, spots in it I'm not, like, loving some of this. But, like, definitely have some edits in the future I would want to do, because I definitely want to make more pairs of these. I did, and I was going to use it for the final project, but I just realized that these ended up being two separate sizes in general, like very, very different. So I think I actually might do the original wing and yeah, make them both match, because again, this was only a test. Like, you can see I have the wire in it and like everything, so I'm not that mad. But yeah, I think I'm going to redo it and try to make it match this one. I also like this one's shape a little better. I don't really know how I managed to do that, but we'll figure it out. But I have to go get more black yarn, because the black I have over there does not match this very well. Dye lots, everyone. So I have the other wing more crocheted out. So this is like the base part where that laddering is. This is without the feathery bits on there, and this matches this wing. So I think with the demo wing that I did, I just did it way tighter, and I like this bigger one better. So yeah, now we're going to move on to the feathery bits for the other side. This yarn looks fairly close. I had to go buy a different skein, but yeah, I'm pretty excited. There's a bunch of edits I want to do. I have to tie in this end over here. But yeah, no, I'm pretty excited. My lighting is getting poor, though, because it's winter time, and yeah. I'm so frustrated so far. My laundry's still on my floor. This has been hours later. That's an update on my laundry. But like you can see, this yarn does not match that yarn very well. You can clearly see this in my very grainy photo because my lighting's crap. But I have redone the second wing twice so far, and I can just not make them the same size at all. Even using a pattern, I keep screwing it up. It's making me so annoyed. I don't know what to do about it. I might just have to let it go and they just not be the same size. Like, who's gonna really know except for me? But like, angry Italian noises. Okay, we're on day 2 of working on, well, technically it's like day 4 because I did the prototype wings, the wing, and, but still, like, the new pair that I'm doing, the official pair, we're on day 2. And let me show you what we're doing. Oh, don't mind my floor, I need a vacuum. But, like, here's the wings, and we got a mixture of water and a Mod Podge. I need to mix it a little bit better. But what I want to use this for is I want to stiffen the base of the wings. Like, I did an experimental attempt at this. So far, it was pretty good. So, yeah, I just want to make sure that these, like, the base part of the wings are going to hold their own, even when I put the wire in there. I still have to buy wire. I was going to use coat hangers, but, like, they're a pain to use, so I might have to go out and get more wire. That's not the point. So yeah, I'm going to dip these in there, and then I'm going to have to like spread them out on a surface and let them dry for a really long time because these are really thick yarn that I'm using. So yeah, I'm hoping this works the way I want it to and keeps the back of the wings fairly stiffened so that the floppy issue that I've been having with the prototype wings doesn't showcase in this one. I'm also probably going to do a quick crochet of the smaller set of wings in case I still want to do the Archangel ones. I have not made a full decision on that yet. So yeah. Okay, so those have been dipped in the Mod Podge and water mixture that I had. They're going to be sitting in front of this fan for quite a long time to dry. I'm going to dry them front and back. But yeah, I'm really hoping this stiffens these up to make them a better backboard, but we shall see. Hoping I don't have to, like, do this to every part of the wing, because I still need feathers and stuff like that. Hopefully we don't need to do that, but we shall see. Okay, so these are dry now. They are extremely stiff, and I'm liking that a lot. So we're going to move on to probably the feathers. But yeah, this worked really well. Like, it's still bendable. It's still... still bendable, but way stiffer than it was. Moving on to the feathers, I think. I'm still trying to find the wire I need. Really don't want to use a coat hanger, but at this point, I think I've said that multiple times by now. But yeah, that's how much I keep thinking about this wire. I keep looking and researching, and I'm just not finding what I need. Okay, I keep saying how I'm going to crochet the wings. I'm going to crochet the feathers, and I just haven't done it yet. I've just been like super hyper focused on this wire thing and how I'm going to get these things attached to the base piece. I kind of just want the base done, which I did crochet base to attach the wings to. Did I measure anything? No, not really. I'm just going on vibes at this point. Always do that. I'll fix it when I need to. I still have to go to the hardware store to look at wire. I'm just, like, not in the mood to do that. It's, like, the day after Christmas right now. And I just don't want to be bothered going to the hardware store, not gonna lie. It is ice raining currently where I live, so that's also the thing. But yeah, so I just took that, wire hanger out of the prototype I made and kind of loosely tied it into this wing right here, to see if this part would... like, do what I need it to do. And yeah, like, the problem I had with the prototype is, like, this middle bit was sagging. As you can see, it does not do that. But since this part is free hanging, it's definitely, like, struggling. I bet if I tied it to the stiffer, like, fabric, it'd be fine. So I just might use wire hanger, even though I don't want to. I'm really not thinking I'm going to do the second set. This is already fairly heavy. So yeah, the other thing is like, for once I want all this wire and stuff like that so that I can actually put it on the mannequin that I have upstairs and see how heavy we're getting. Because I'm afraid that I'm going to crochet a bunch of feathers to put on it, and it's going to be too heavy for pretty much any wire, and I'm going to have to find a different base. I'm already debating on getting some thick foam or something to reinforce, because like, that's what I'm so worried about, is the weight of things and if it's going to all collapse on itself when I'm wearing it. That is such a huge concern of mine right now, because that's what happens the first time around with that wire I used. Everything just collapsed on itself. I don't want to have to use cardboard. I don't want to use any of that. Foam would be probably it. I really don't want to have to use wood. Yeah, so that's where I am currently. It's tiring. I'm literally staying up at night Googling and researching wires right now and alternative things to make wings out of. I didn't think this was going to be that hard to do. I thought the wire part was going to be the easiest part, and shaping and everything else would be hard. But no, it's this wire. So welcome to my rant at some point in this video. I don't know how far this is going to be about wire. Also, these wings smell terrible. That's a side note. These smell awful. They smell just like Mod Podge, and I hate it, but we'll deal with that later. Okay, progress update. I went ham on the coat hangers. That sounds awful, but like, y'all know what I mean. And got the wing structured out. Also right now, forgot that like I need 2 of these squares, one for the front, one for the back. This one is for the back, and I had that like foam that I bought for the previous project or version of the wings that didn't work out, so I layered it onto the back of this. Hopefully this is thick enough that I don't feel the wire that's on the back of the wings when I wear them, but we shall see. I'm about to flip the camera so you can see what my haphazard structure looks like right now. Find the mess. I'm always a mess. But yeah, here we go. I hot glued them in. I didn't anticipate doing that, but I did. I just covered the entire wire with like hot glue. And it's pretty stable right now. Like, don't mind me, my roommate's walking around. Like, I'm pretty impressed with that. Like, I'm gonna do a little bit more structuring, I think, here. I know the foam board will do some work here. I was gonna crisscross the wire all the way down here. That proved to be too difficult. I have some other types of wire I might just put, like, right here just in case. Again, I'm so worried about structuring these to make sure they're stable. Unlike me. Another update. As you can see, I added another thing of wire for more stabilization. I also, I don't know if you can tell from this video, but I bent the wire so the wings would be slightly not like flat against my back. Got all the wire in, got all this here, got the front back panels. I need to get some elastic for the straps still, but that's will come when I have money, you know, the thing that makes everything go around. But yeah, this is going really well. I'm going to eventually put the panels on, and I think I'm gonna, I put foam on here so that this is not like flat against my back, but I think I'm gonna put a little bit of glue some foam over the shiny wire bits as much as I can to kind of cover them up, so when I put the wings on I don't worry so much about the shiny coming through. So that's the thought process for this evening. Okay, we're doing the feathers now, and like how I did them on the prototype, you can't really see it very well, but like I had like a string of these that I sewed in, and I didn't really like the way that was layering and curling, and I just really hated what this part looked like. Not what I wanted. And so we move over here, and I can't really sew with how stiff this is, so I had to have to hot glue, and I didn't want to do the lines, so I'm going to do individual little feathers and like glue them on. I really hate using hot glue for projects, but looks like that's what I'm going to have to do. And there's my cat. Sad at him. But yeah, this is going to take a while because I have to do front and back, and yeah, hopefully, again, I'm always so worried about this being too heavy. I hope it's not. Welcome. It is like 1 a.m. right now. I can't sleep, so I've been working on the wings just a little bit more. I've added way more wire to it since we last seen it. It was still pretty structurally sound when I got most of the feathers on it. I'm just still worried as usual. Always worried, always worried. I'm so rough on props. And recently, just over the weekend, I actually almost broke the lollipop that I made in my last video. One of my other videos, might be the last one, I'm not sure. Almost broke that. So like I'm so concerned about breaking these. So yeah, I added a lot more wire. At this point we have about 3 hangers worth of wire on these wings, even though it doesn't really look like it. I also have bent them back a little bit more to a more like shape that I want them to be. Right now they are drying. I'm gonna flip my camera around so everyone can see what's going on here. Because yeah, I'm letting the hot glue dry, then I'm going to add the foam over the top so that the silver doesn't peek through in some places, and move on from there. But there was a comment. Oh yeah, I'm so fucking tired right now. Oh my god. But yeah, no, this project's turning out to be way more hot glue than I expected, so I'm a little worried about that too. But it is what it is. Okay, here we are. I've added a little stint here, little wire, like the wire down this way on both sides. They're not exactly even because this is a hanger I'm cutting. And then I added little like triangles of it near the top to kind of give some structure to the back, this part of the wings, the top part, because these were getting a little heavy and they were still structurally sound. I just didn't like how much they like flapped in the wind. It just made me a little concerned. I haven't tested this yet though to see if these little triangles will help as much as I hope they are. But so far, so good on them. I got the other side. Of course, they're uneven because Again, I'm using like the worst pair of wire cutters ever that don't want to cut these. You can see I have the feathers on for the most part. With my worst camera ever. Up here is going to have like really fuzzy, like I'm going to brush out yarn and glue it all through here. And then this is what the back piece is, and I haven't glued on the back piece yet because I have to buy the elastics for the harness for this. So that's why this is still fully exposed. And then we still have the whole other side of the wings to figure out what to do with. I have a little hot glue here. I'm going to clean them up here and there. But yeah, that's what we got going on tonight. Okay, hello. I had to take a pause on the wings for a few days. So this is maybe like 3-4 days later since I updated the last clips. I love how every time I start recording, my cats immediately start eating out of their bowl very loudly. So that if you hear crunching in the background, that's what that is. But yeah. I haven't updated the wings in a bit. I don't remember where we were last. I have them sitting next to me. I don't know if I updated about me adding a few more supports to it and a little more foam to hide the silver. This is where we're at. I have the back on now too. I'm going to be sewing that into place. I just haven't done it quite yet. I'm fairly impressed with these. They do still move a lot and it concerns me. But I think I'm just going to leave it alone for right now because I don't want to put too much support in it and then have them become brittle. Yeah, I haven't completely sewn the back. I just remembered that I was supposed to do that now. So I'm like, oh crap. So that might be something I'm doing in the next few minutes. Right now, also, I'm working on those blank spots that you saw. Those open spots where there's no feathers. I'm brushing out the last of the black yarn that I found that I had right now. I have to go buy more. Brushing that out with a cat brush. I've done this many times before for costuming. And don't mind my hair. I slept with it wet. It takes a while, but this is all going to be hot glued into those blank spots on the wings. It's going to take a while. I'm hoping if I do it this way, like this will be a lot less weighty than crocheting feathers all the way around it. So there's that. I also have just ordered the elastics to make the straps and stuff like that. Now, originally I was going to do clear straps, but I ended up doing pros and cons for that, and I'll probably get more into it when I actually the actual straps here, because I did not go with clear, because I just thought they, just didn't go with clear. We'll explain that later on in the video. But yeah, I also got some beads to potentially do beadwork on these to make them sparkly, because originally I was going to rhinestone them, but I realized the rhinestones might not glue to this yarn very well, because in the past I've had an issue with it. So we're going to be bejeweling, bedazzling, I don't know what you want to call it, potentially these in the future. And I'm also debating on making another mix of Mod Podge and water and spraying these, just like spraying them down just a little bit, just to make them like the yarn I have on there a little stiffer, but I'm not a hundo on that yet. I'm still trying to decide a lot of things. So right now I'm picking cat hair off my wings because I have too many cats. But yeah, I think so far I've used 2 skeins of yarn potentially on this project, 1 sheet of foam, and like 3 hangers. So, and a shit ton of hot glue. So we're still going. Fingers crossed this actually works. I'm so afraid that once I get the straps and everything on, it's just not going to hold up. And hopefully this goes good. For brushing out this yarn, if anyone wants to try doing this, I found using shorter and smaller clumps of yarn and brushing it out does better. And then putting the glue directly onto the yarn and then sticking it to what you want works. I've been using an old debit card that no longer works, but I'm not going to show it on camera just because no. But to squish everything down and so I don't burn my fingies. But yeah, this is where we're going. This is what it's looking like. I might try to brush it out again to make it all even once it's glued on, but I'm not going to do that when everything is drying. But yeah, this is taking very little yarn to fill the space, so I'm very pleased with that. I just have to figure out what I'm doing up this way to kind of because this fuzzy part is going to go on to the back side as well. But yeah, just got to figure out a good way to round it out that way. that makes sense. And to cover that wire, because I don't know why I didn't cover that wire with a little bit of foam, but here we are. I mean, that spot is, but like, I sometimes I don't understand what my decision making is. Oh no. Oh no. So, I might have pushed my glue gun a little too far, and it might have just burst into flames. Yep, that was my TV turning back on. I might have shorted out the glue stick and had to, like, reset everything in my room right now. Because, yeah, that was unfortunate. I did not realize my glue gun was getting that hot or anything like that. Apparently it had enough. It had enough. Yeah, hold on. Like, this glue gun definitely, I have to wash it because I was progressively using it, but, like, that's where, like, flames literally came out of it. It burned the piece of paper that it was sitting on. It shorted out my entire room. Unfortunate. This thing is really, like, dicey looking anyway, but yeah. Oh. Yeah, it's supposed to have an automatic shut off when it got too warm, and I was just assuming that it was going to shut off. Apparently that was not working on it, and it just overheated itself and died. So, noted for the future. That one was definitely not working 100% properly, and I didn't notice that right away. Was my roommate's glue gun. So I'm gonna have to buy her a new one of those. I think I have another one. It might not fit the glue sticks that I have, though. Oops. I'll buy it. Oh my god, crafting. Just be careful. Mind your glue guns, apparently, guys. I've never had that happen before. Never had that happen before, but okay. Okay, so got a new glue gun. It arrived the other day, so that's good. We're fine. Hopefully I don't set that one on fire too. My materials to make the straps have come in. I chose to go with black elastic. We're going to try to do that today because I don't really want to glue things right now. I've, like, burnt my fingers. Like, I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't. But I have, like, blisters on at least one of my fingers from glue guns and stuff like that. So I just want to take a break of that for a moment. I also think it'd be easier to glue things on if I could have the straps on this, because I have a mannequin that I can put this thing on so that it'd just be easier, I think. Infinitely easier than hanging the thing off the side of my bed. So, yeah. I'm just hoping I can get the straps on. I'm kind of nervous because, like, if I get them wrong, I feel like it's just not going to sit right. I'm so stressed about this project. Like, I'm enjoying myself, but I'm so stressed because, like, it's going what looks to be really well, but, like, I feel like I constructed this in kind of the wrong order. But this is the first time I'm doing this, so, you know, at least I have notes and edits for next time. The volume is really bad. Sorry if my audio is a little weird because I put headphones in to listen to music while I do this. But, I love how this is all black on black, so you can't really fully see what I'm doing with this poor ass lighting, but whatever. But yeah, I think I'm going to put, like, a strap here, and then these are D-rings that I got. I think I'm going to put a D-ring on either side instead of making, because this would be, like, the strap that's, like, on my chest, because there's no way I can get around not having a chest strap with how heavy this is. So, yeah, but I think I want to be able to replace and disconnect the elastic over time so that I can have more longevity, because I love a good longevity streak with things. I don't know what I'm freaking saying. Words. It's very early in the morning, by the way, and my ADHD meds have yet to kick in, so this is what we get. I could refilm, but really, is it that serious? No. But yeah. I just want to be able to remove straps and stuff like that, so I'm gonna sew the D-rings on either side, and then have the chest strap attached to that with what's it called? Velcro, which I left in the other room, but that's fine. And then I think I'm going to put two straps this way so that, in the same manner, so that it can connect over my shoulders. And there might be another set of straps, because I'm kind of thinking about making the straps into a pentagram on my chest, but we'll see if we can manage to do that. I have no idea how that's going to look and how that will be, so we're going to mess around with it a little bit. That's also why I want them removable in case I can't do the pentagram, so I don't have to, like, redo so much. And why is my hair being so weird? Yep, this is what we got today. Okay, so I keep forgetting to record as I go, as I put the straps together. Right now I have mostly just, like, safety pins in them under my arms. And, like, only one of these straps, not this one. This one's actually Velcroed on, but like trying to figure out how to do the straps. This is, of course, the binder, my binder for drag. It is crap. I need to replace it. Don't judge me too much. It has so much makeup on it. But like, so I can fit this because this is going to be mostly worn for drag, if not all done for drag. So I added like a little O-ring there so I can do the pentagram thing, but like, it's not even a real O-ring. I didn't have any, so I just used a keychain ring. I'm not anything, just trying to be resourceful here, you know? But yeah, I'm just like worried is like the back piece is just like there, you know. Think I'm going to like sew these on and then do the back Velcro, the side Velcro, because I want this whole section to be able to be removable for like washing and just in general purposes. I'm worried that this isn't centered, but it is. I checked. So we're going to be putting a V here, sewing it into here, because I thought about putting D-rings into this as well. It just seems like too much. Not D-rings, O-rings. Sounds like too much work. Too much freaking effort. Do not want to do it. So I think about sewing it here and then sewing across and across for the pentagram. We'll see. Probably my next footage will probably be me trying to work that out and figure out how to do that without it looking weird. This strap does not feel like it is where it needs to be. It feels like it needs to back up just a little bit. Like I measured some things, but like, let's face it, that looks better. Yeah, I measured things, but I'm not good at measuring and I'm not good at paying attention to what I'm measuring, so yeah. Whew, let's go. Let's sew this stuff together. Alright, I got the pentagram up on there. We got it on the mannequin. This was all put on me first and like taped up or like pinned up, and then I'm gonna get it on the mannequin. Kind of sucks because the mannequin does have a little bit of boob. I keep putting my hands on it, so sorry, ma'am. But I think it'd be fine because I'm just gonna glue it. I'm gonna glue it at where the pins are right now and then go back and sew over and like fix it with more gluing and stuff like that off the mannequin. I just need it for the initial pentagram shape. So I don't know why I have to always do like the hardest things first, but okay. Hello, okay. So I have technically finished the base work of the harness. I glued it all together, sewed it all together, tried on the wings, everything's right. But I think I'm gonna leave the like wing reveal or like it actually on me for later, mostly because I just don't want to put it on right now. I know, lazy. But yeah, so right now I went back and to glue the rest of the feathers on the front of the wings. Yeah, I'm just like, was it ping-ponging all around this project? So yeah, spinning it around. We got this wing almost completely done. Just need to cover this with more yarn. But I don't know if I said anything in case this is a repeat. I'm just using what I pull off my brush here to kind of cover up that very top line. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It's pretty soft actually. I need to clean this up. These are little bits of hot glue. But yeah, I also glued on the back piece already. It still needs, I want to sew it here, like on the bottom and the top. But I just didn't want to pull out my sewing stuff right now if I was going to be gluing. You know what I mean? But yeah, just, well, I wish I did something different here. I need to cut the end of that still. That's a future me thing, because I need to put in this part on the other side still. But yeah, it's looking pretty dang good. I'm pretty satisfied so far. I just wish I was a little bit cleaner with some of the hot glue that I have to come back around and cover. But yeah, pretty satisfied so far. Welcome to a really bad angle and bad lighting and just everything that is bad about this. But anyway, I'm just making more like feathers. I decided to crochet a few more, but for the back panel that goes to the center, you'll see it in a few minutes. But yeah, I don't know if I ever explained how I was making these feathers before. If I didn't, then whoopsies, my bad. But I'm just like doing a chain essentially. Like this isn't a tutorial, but like I just do a simple little chain. I don't know. I just don't pay attention to how long they're gonna be. I just kind of be like, yeah, that looks fine, and kind of go with it. Oh no, I just lost there. I almost lost the plot there for a second, but then I just half double crochet all the way down. I put like a increase of 3 at the very bottom of it, go around the other side of the chain, and just kind of like keep filling them out until they look wide enough for what I need. Cut it off and just put them on the wings, essentially. It's not terribly hard. Like, and I also don't write down exact anything on here because I don't want them to look too uniform or anything like that. And also I just don't have the brain cells to do exact everything. Like, I barely even followed my own pattern for the wing base, and that's why I had problems earlier. So, like, I just go with it. That's all these projects ever are. I'm just going with it and hoping it turns out. So, and I'm not too worried about this all being too heavy because it's going to just go on the back panel. It's just, like, going on the, like, most supported part of the entire, like, thing because it's just going to sit with all the wire, and my back is also going to be support. So it's all should be good. But I'm not doing any more of these, like, on the actual wing extension parts because that would be too freaking heavy. Also, I just feel like it's a bunch of work that I just don't have to do. Like, it's the back of the wings. Like, I'm performing. I'm going to be moving. No one's going to see them that much. I think I'm still going to put some glitter and some sparkle back there just a little bit to make them at least look completed. But I'm not going to put as much detail as the front part. No real point in doing all this extra work for something that people aren't really going to see that much and not going to show up in photos and all that other stuff. But yeah. So we finished the back earlier. I forgot to film it. I keep forgetting to film things, but that's just how it is. I keep losing my scissors too. I'm looking for them, cannot find them. But right now I'm working on the beading, and I chose to do black and gold beads just because I just thought black and red would just be too, it's like too overdone. And we're going angel, and I just don't see red as an angel color really. So yeah, I'm going to spin the camera around and explain what I'm doing. So yeah. Alright, so this is not the best lit. It's never that well lit. Trust me, you'll see. My cat's in here. Cat. Anyway. We'll see in editing if I can make this look a little blur thing. But you can't really see the black beads, but they're there. I don't even know what I'm doing. I looked at like one tutorial. I already bent my needle, as usual. Scratched myself on the cat brush I was using to do the fuzz parts. But yeah. So all I'm doing is stringing like 2 beads and like whip stitching them around the edges of the feathers. And originally I was just going to do the outsides, but I think that looks a little weird. I think I should do all the way along the feathers. I was going to maybe do a little bit up here too, but a lot of those have glue right there, so I can't do it. So I'll do some work in progress shots of this as I go. I'm not sure how I feel. I think I like it. I'm going to go back over and try to get all these glue spots off too eventually when I fine tune everything. Yeah, this is like really relaxing to doing, but also very, very tedious. So I have to wear the binder when I put these on because this is what it's fit for. This looks amazing in the front, amazing back. Like, I love the silhouette of this right now. They're so like, I like their bobs, but right now I'm having an issue of that. I don't know if you can see it. It's like these back straps are. Yeah, you can kind of see they fall away from my body. Okay, if I do this, you can kind of see they're like pulling really bad in the back there because of the weight of the wings. And it's making them, I'm just afraid of it straining and stretching this top piece here. Like, this all can be remade, that's fine, like in the future if that happens, which it will. But like, it's slowly over time like pulling this part of the harness up. And I don't want that. And it's purely just because these elastics are super stretchy. If they were more like stiff, it wouldn't be happening as much. So you can kind of already see I have like these pieces here. I'm going to make a little cross in the back by my neck. You're not going to be able to see it very well, but it's going to be back here. You can see where I already glued some in to start it. So those are going to take some of the weight. These are kind of crooked right now. I don't have them on quite right. But like, they're going to take some of the weight off of it. And then I'm going to put padding over the tops of the straps here because they are pulling a little bit. And this is meant to be worn with or without a shirt, so I don't want it to dig and scrape into the tops of my shoulders here. And I'm hoping that the padding also gives some less, like makes this a little less stretchy. because I measured it a little long. It'll be fine. It should be all fine. But it will reinforce and give me a little extra so the strap isn't like rubbing. Because I don't think there's anything I can do. There's going to be movement in this, and the tops of my shoulders are taking a lot of it, even with the cross. But yeah, they're super great. They're going to have, yeah, you can just see when I move around, there's just too much movement on these top straps. The bottom strap, great. Top strap, too much. But that's fine. It's taking the most away. They're so sparkly, though. I also sparkled the back. I love how sparkly that is, but... Okay, so this is with, oh, that's just a little crooked. This is with the X in the back. Yeah, that's so much better with me having an X in the back. They do not, like, yeah, they definitely have more structure and a lot less bend in them. So when I'm going to get those glued on, don't think I have these elastics. Yeah, this elastic's a little weird. That's why they're a little crooked. But yeah. Yes, that gives it so much more. So cool. I'm going to glue that on, and then I'm going to put the padding on there and see where we are. But I know this looks about the same as it did before, but you know what they're on? I just want to run around the neighborhood like, been like sitting here like a flying monkey for the last few days for my like roommates, just like, because yeah, they get really flappy, but they bounce right back. So fucking glittery. My adventures never cease to stop. So I got the cross on there. I got the foam. I actually put the foam on the wrong side initially, and I couldn't rip it off because it looked really bad. So now it just has foam on both sides. Hopefully it doesn't look bad on. I'm still kind of trying to glue down all the sides, and I'm just like cutting off what I don't want and just being like, you know what? It's fine. We're fine. It's fine. I'm trying not to accidentally cut my straps, and then because if I cut my straps, this all has to be redone. So I'm so nervous right now. Hopefully this works. I'm gonna get this glued back on everything. Now that's mostly glued down and dried. Oh, I'm so worried that I fucked this up, but I'm hoping I didn't. This is also I have to get into this in a weird way since I'm like not having assistance getting on into it. So I have to kind of like stick my head through it, stick an arm through it, and kind of like wobble it around and like get it into place. So like, look at me and making things really hard to get into. I didn't even think about that originally. But like, yeah, then I have to like reach back, find the D ring. Well, the D, you can't even see my face. It's such an awful angle of me. Hi, how you doing? Strap it in like that and kind of like get everything else to go where it needs to go. Okay, that doesn't feel the worst. Oh yeah, it definitely fixed that issue. Like, it is not moving away from my back at all at this point. All of this feels great. It doesn't feel like it still has a little bit of pushback to it. Like, or is this, but like, definitely not as bad as it was. Like, because if I did this, it would fully come away from my back. It is not anymore. This doesn't feel like it's creeping up because like it would do that beforehand, but does not feel like it's doing that. Put it all back into place now that I moved it when I didn't really want to move the back piece. Actually, this needs to go down a little bit lower in the back. This actually feels really nice. It looks so nice. It's definitely not, I do not have as much movement in the harness almost at all. It feels so nice. These scissors are driving me nuts. It's still in the frame, but like, ooh, this is so fun. Like, oh, I'm so happy. Now, we're not quite done, I don't think. I think I want to try to put eyes on here on the ends. If I don't do that, it's fine. I just don't want to put too much, but I also just like have all these elements that I want to put in there. Yeah, and eventually I want to put like tape on because this is technically the first time I want to wear this for the first outfit I have. I'm going to be shirtless, but I have to tape everything up. But yeah, I'm so impressed with myself. Like, holy shit. Like, of course, this is not going to have like a huge, like, yeah, I'm so happy right now. Hello, this is me, months and months and months after that last clip was done. I thought I had fully filmed everything for this video. I had not, obviously, since I'm here.
I literally have a new phone, new everything. I performed with those wings uh so long ago now. So what happened is that I added more pieces to the costume that I did not film. So it has more of a body harness to it at the very end. It also has like a whole like costume reveal. It has like a crocheted overskirt with the same beads and everything on there. It was like a last minute decision I made like 4 days before I performed in the costume. So it was extensive. It was a lot. We're gonna throw some pictures up here. Uh, so as you can see, yeah, it's a lot. For the first performance I ever did in it, it really did work really well. The only issue I had is that one of the straps that I had just glued on instead of sewn and glued popped off, and I still have to glue that back in at this current problem like moment. But besides that, it did great. They were still very heavy. I don't think there's really much of a way you can change how heavy they are. So there's that. They are extremely bouncy. Um, I feel like they just maybe not doing full elastic. Like there's something I can do with elastic to make them less bouncy, but like at the same time, I'm a little afraid that if they don't have that much bounce to them, they're gonna be more breakable. But I just realized you can't do as much dramatic and dynamic movement with them, which is fair. They are a pair of wings. Like, I also found out that cannot go through doorways very well in them. I got stuck in a doorway a little bit on the way down the stairs from that venue from the first performance. So that was a little embarrassing having like a queen watch me suffer down the staircase and through a bathroom door to get on stage. So that was funny. Whew. So that was a project. That was a lot. And I do have plans on making other pairs of them in the future. Will I film them? I have no idea. So I'm gonna have some clips and stuff like that of the costume after this, if I have any in the future. And yeah, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a nice day and all that jazz.